Are we live? Yo. So, what's up, guys? Yeah, I'm late, Journey. Thanks for pointing that out. Thanks for pointing that out, Journey. So, this might be a short one. We'll see. Dude, I had the worst headache. Like, starting last night, and it's coming back. I took a leave, and it seemed to help. But yeah, I'm hurting right now. It's not nearly as bad as it was last night. So let's get into it. I want to show you what Uber did. And I mean, it's not a huge deal. It's like whatever. My issue with it is like, why? Like, I just want to know why. Like, I don't have an answer to this question. Maybe you guys can help me out. Like, why do they do stuff like this? Because I've been getting emails like crazy as if I'm still a driver. And I've been deactivated since March. Like, why do they do that? Like, just take me off the email list. Like, you're a, what, like $100 billion company? I mean, I don't know. I haven't done the math. Their stock's at like $30 a share. I don't know how many shares they are. But, hey, Michaela. Mr. G, Mel, Journey, Retro. What's up, Retro? What's up, Bob? What's up, Ride Source Driver? I'm still waiting for you to tell me how you're going to hook me up with a key. So, thanks for being here, guys. Now, oh, my head, dude. Let me show you what I was talking about. For some reason... Oh, duh. It's right here. Okay. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Here it is. Okay, so this is when I signed into my profile. This is on the computer or on the phone. Let me give you some better light here. Little light. All right, that should be better. Why do they put this here, rejected? I feel like it's just so like uncalled for. Like, I mean, I get it, what it means, rejected. I'm a rejected driver. But why do they want to use that word? They could just be like, the account terminated, or like rejected. It's such a harsh word to use, right? It makes you feel like, oh, I'm rejected. Like, why do they do that? And why do they keep sending me emails? That's the whole reason I pulled my profile up, is because I kept getting the emails. And I'm thinking, like, is my account active? Because I know this has happened to people that were deactivated, and then all of a sudden they log into their account and it's active, and they're just like, I thought I was deactivated. Like, oh, okay. Like, my account is good. So I get so many emails from them. I thought, you know what? Let me just sign in and see what's going on here. And this is what I see. Oh my God. Dude, I'm doxing myself right now. Alright, don't tell anybody my address, guys. But, like, why do they do that? Like, I don't understand it. Like, it just seems so, like, rude. And it's almost like they do it on purpose. It's like, how can we handle things in a way that's as harsh as possible? Right? Like, it seems like that's what's going on here. Like, how can we be mean to the people that we don't like? I know, what? But, yeah, I don't understand, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to necessarily, like, be like, oh, screw Uber sucks. Like, even though, like, deep down, that may be kind of the way I feel. Because, like, I'm really not trying to burn bridges here. Like, everything that I've ever said negative about Uber was because I'm hoping that they'll do better. But That's the other thing too. I'm rejected, but they won't even tell me why. And it's so, actually, that's kind of a funny part of the story, because of course, I make these YouTube videos and I tell you guys what's going on, and a lot of people want to give their opinion, and they're absolutely certain of the reason why they think that I'm deactivated, and almost everybody has a completely different reason. A lot of them specific, like, oh, it's because you did this thing in this video, and that's why. Honestly, I have a feeling that whatever reason I was deactivated for might have nothing to do with my YouTube channel, because there's a lot of people that have been, like, that I'm aware of, that have been deactivated because of their YouTube channel. And they told them, like, hey, delete these videos, stop posting videos, or we're going to deactivate you. So they gave them like some sort of a warning. And that doesn't mean that they didn't change the way they do things at this point. But hey, John. But yeah, well, I don't drive right now because, I live at my parents, and they're 81 and 73, and they're very concerned about me bringing the virus home, so that's why I haven't been driving. But that's crazy though, you know what I mean? Like, why does Uber, like, why can't Uber just play nice? I don't know. Did they tell you why they deactivated you, Strange Magic? I'm just really, I think that, this isn't the first job that I've been, like, well, the last job that I got essentially fired from, they didn't even tell me that I was fired. They just stopped calling me into work. And a few months went by, and I'm like, okay, like, I guess I don't have a job anymore. Hey, Bob. So, I don't know, that's that. I have some other things I wanted to talk about besides that. Let me make sure that I finished that. Oh! It's my birthday on the 22nd. It's my birth month right now. I was born in August. I'm on the Leo Virgo cusp. So, there's that. It's my birthday. Companies suck. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. You know what? It's not just Uber. A lot of companies, a lot of big corporations, they just don't play nice. Oh, okay. So I saw some stuff this week on another note that I just thought was so interesting, and I wanted to do on these lives. I wanted to let you know because, like, so many of us are like binge watching shows and stuff. And so when I find something that I think is worthwhile and I really enjoyed watching, I want to, like, let you guys know about that. So consider this like a new segment. So what I saw, and this is crazy because, and I got some stories for you guys that maybe I want to get into some of these days. Some major things that have happened in my life that changed my life. And I was thinking I could start telling you some of those stories because they're really interesting. Oh, thanks, John. Fired indefinitely. Well, they fired me. They said permanently deactivated. So I'm permanent. It's like, damn. So I saw on Hulu, and I believe you could find these in other places besides Hulu, I saw Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia, and he's one of the Vice reporters, Vice News, and I was tripping out because, okay, so I've always been interested in hallucinogens, and there's all this like science going on, like medical discoveries, like doctors are studying hallucinogens right now because there's been like breakthroughs with PTSD, which is what I had, and like all these different hallucinogens really help people psychologically, physically, with pain, and they're non-addictive, like non-opiate drugs that can help people with all sorts of things like sleep and PTSD and pain. Hey, Jason. So, this Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia by Vice News, they go into like there's 2 seasons, there's like more than 10 episodes, and they go into each different hallucinogen. And like some of this stuff I thought wasn't even real. Like they even talk about like there's these frogs that they like lick the back of the frog and you hallucinate. There's like fish. There's stuff in the ocean. There's mushrooms, of course. Ketamine, PCP, like all these different things. And it was just really interesting, and especially the benefits. And the reason why I say that is because I went to a doctor that prescribed me different medications, none of it worked, and then she ended up giving me ketamine on a low dose, and it changed my life. She gave it to me for pain, but I believe there was like psychological benefits with it. Man, I wish I like understood more. Like I should have wrote more notes down. But I gotta say, from my prescription use of ketamine, I believe that I've extended my potential life expectancy. Like I was in such a stressful mode in life in general, and I came out of that, and I don't use ketamine anymore, but I'm still like the pain relief that I got from using it is still with me. Like even though I haven't used it in like 7-8 years, like I'm not even close. Like I don't have the pain that like the levels of pain in my spine that I once had before I started using it. And I mean, it was just such a breakthrough for me. And it's just kind of crazy, people think of drugs as something that you need, to continue using in order to have relief from pain. But with these hallucinogens, it brings you to this like new level of life, and even after you stop using it for years after, you can still have relief. And of course with the psychological benefits, like it opens up these new neural pathways, and it could change you forever. Like you can literally like cure yourself from addiction and all these different things through use of hallucinogens. It's just a weird thing. And yeah, MDMA. There's a show on MDMA that was super interesting. Yeah, and one of the craziest things is like there's a lot of people that have gone to prison. Like the guy that went to prison for MDMA, this one guy, he is responsible for like the distribution of a tremendous amount of MDMA. Like at least 1 million people have taken it because of him. And if it wasn't for all the people that have taken it illegally, there probably wouldn't be all the studies by doctors going on right now. So it's just a really, our country, the United States, it started illegally. Like we had a revolutionary war because we went against our English government and decided to break away. So that's one of the interesting things about America and the laws. Like we're a nation of laws, but we were also a nation founded on breaking the law. So and how I just always find that interesting, and how that applies to like other aspects of life, like drug use. Cannabis is going to be legal all over the country eventually, I believe. And it was once, like there's still people that are in prison for years because they had like one joint or one seed. It's just really weird situation we're in. The human condition. So I don't have my Odyssey back yet. I don't know how I find myself in these situations where I blow my engine, I take it to a shop to have it fixed, and they keep it for months. so far it's been a month that they've had my car, maybe even 5 weeks, and I haven't even heard from them to know like what's going on. I have a feeling that they can't figure out, like I hope this isn't true, but I'm thinking that they can't get it started, and that's why there's a problem. The founding fathers were domestic terror. That's funny. It's true though. You know, the Boston Tea Party was an act of terror. I mean, yeah. So I started my new channel. Oh, I should have started with this. What am I thinking? I started my new YouTube channel. I have my first video up. I put a link in the description. Should be there. It's No Limit Van Life. And right at the top, go down in the description. Please, guys, subscribe to my new channel. Watch my first video. That's all that I have up is one video. But I want to get this thing open. Help me stimulate the YouTube algorithm so that I can get some views on this new channel and get it up and running ASAP. I really appreciate you guys for that. Like, no joke. It is so hard to start a new YouTube channel. So if you guys can just do that for me, like that, think of that as like my birthday present from you guys to me. Like, that's all I ask is just subscribe to my new channel, No Limit Van Life, link in the description. I should probably say that. Oh, thanks, Retro. Retro says it's dope. So, yeah, please, for my birthday, subscribe to that new channel. So far, this is really interesting, like on the YouTube, because I know people are really interested in like how YouTube works and stuff. So, of course, my last live stream, I introduced the channel, and I got a bunch of subscribers, and I looked in my analytics, and all of my external traffic on the new channel, like 90% of it came from Facebook. Okay, I posted a bunch of stuff in Facebook groups, and I posted a bunch of stuff in Reddit. So basically what I'm telling you, like from my perspective, what I just went through, Reddit did me no good. I got 0 subscribers from posting in van life, RV life, van dwellers, like all the different like Reddit groups that would have to do with that, with vans. Not 1 subscriber. With Facebook, 90% of my traffic on my new channel was from Facebook, and then the other 10% was from YouTube search, because I did the SEO the best I could. I put in all the van life, you know, living in a van, Ram ProMaster, like all the things that I could think of to help with my search, and 10% of the traffic on my new channel came from search. So, so for you guys that want to start new channels, what that tells me is like, okay, so obviously, like, thanks to Facebook, thanks to you guys, you know, from this channel coming over and checking out the video, I got a whole lot of views. But let's say you don't have that. Let's say you just want to build a channel based off of search. If you hit the right stuff, like, you will get traffic through search, like guaranteed. Like, I was so shocked to see that 10% of my traffic came from search. Just make sure you title and tag the video correctly with, like, what I did was I found like the most popular van channel that I could find, which was Janelle Eliana. She has over 2 million subscribers. And she's kind of like, people say she's like a fake van lifer, I don't know. Either way, she built her channel. She's like one of the fastest, like, she has a record for one of the fastest growing channels to ever start on YouTube. Like, she got to 2.5 million subscribers in like 2 months. So I looked at all her tags. I used, when you have TubeBuddy, you like sign up for TubeBuddy and you connect that to your YouTube account. It shows you everybody's tags for a video. So I went to her video. I utilized most of the tags that she had on her video, and I kind of like customized some of her tags to make them my own, and it really helped. I got a whole bunch of people through search. Hold on, I'm gonna read the chat for a second, see what you guys are talking about. Oh, thanks, Journey. Yeah, please watch. Oh, thanks, Madison. Oh, that's dope. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Bunny. Thanks, Sean. Wow, that's good. Oh yeah, I did get quite a bit, I noticed, on the recommended. Browse features and suggested. There was a good chunk of views. My link from, yeah. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Go Sun Bunny. Subbunny? Subbunny? Go Sub Bunny. Go Sub Bunny. Oh, why are the kids like that? Well, I talked about it on my last live stream, those kids. I mean, they were probably like 15. You know, none of them have a car. They were probably super young kids. I know when I went to school over here at Granada Hills High School, there was a bunch of a-holes that went to my school. Like, I mean, if I really had to nail it down, I would say that that's probably how their parents act. And if it's not how their parents act, their parents probably don't even give them much attention. You know, their parents probably are divorced. They see their parents argue. You know, who knows? Maybe they were even, you know, hit as kids. So, which is really sad to think in this day and age. But you know, it's still going on. Parents are out there hitting their kids. So, it's really sad. Go Sue Bunny. Cool. Thanks for clarifying that. Those kids' teachers saw the video? Did they really? How do you know? That's crazy. All right. Where am I at now? So yeah. So again, for anybody that just popped in, it's my birthday month. My birthday is August 22nd, and all I ask for my birthday is that you please subscribe to my new van channel, No Limit Van Life. It's there's a link below in the description. Oh, thanks. I will link this on Twitter. 800 follow me. I am so paranoid. B Elder, link my No Limit Van Life channel. Is that what you meant? Oh, you know, any road trips I go on in the van, I am definitely gonna, you know, I'll post live. Well, you know, if anything, like if I don't post live, I'm thinking about starting up my Dave Zambi channel again and posting live on that, because that channel I feel better about doing like long drawn out live streams, but we'll see what happens. The van show, you know what, I don't even have a name for the show. It's No Limit Van Life. That's the name of the channel, but I haven't even thought of a show name. That's a good question. Oh, you want to see my GoPro while snowboarding? I do have some videos that I posted of snowboarding on my Dave the Uber Slay on this channel. Not sure what they're titled, but yeah, they're probably pretty old. I don't think I've done a snowboarding video. Like in the last 2 years, I've gone snowboarding like one day. And they cut the season short this year, so I wasn't able to go snowboarding. But yeah, I had a season pass last year that I never got to use. So messed up. Oh man, my head. I have like this gnarly headache, guys. It is so bad. I'm like, oh. I should start talking quieter because it's just like, oh my gosh, I can't even. Oh, my head. My head hurts so much. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys want to sit here and see me in pain. Oh, isn't it crazy how headaches, they like come in waves? You're just like, all of a sudden, like it hits you like, whoa. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I don't even know what to say right now. I'm just like, my head hurts. Just please subscribe to my No Limit Fan Life channel. It's my birthday, August 22nd. So, for my birthday, please subscribe. Any questions? Oh my gosh. Well, what's for dinner tonight? Presto pasta. Have you guys ever been there? It's like, it's so good, and it's like not even expensive. It's like, it's crazy how inexpensive presto pasta is. It's just like, oh my gosh. I should take an leave, huh? I feel like I kind of want, well, I took an leave at 6 in the morning, and it's supposed to last 12 hours, so maybe that's why it's coming back, because it's almost 6 p.m. now, so it's in 30 minutes it'll have been 12 hours. So maybe that's why I'm hurting. Oh yeah, it's true, Sean, right? That's what I'm waiting for on my van life channel. I don't have any haters on there yet, so until the haters get on my van life channel, I feel like it's not really a success yet. So this is why I think I have a headache. And did you ever see the Dr. Eric Berg? I'll show you this guy. This guy right here. Dr. Eric Berg. Hold on. I'll show you right now. Come on. Skip. There we go. This guy right here. He is such an amazing source. His channel's really about keto, the keto diet. But he has like all these different, like he's really figured out a lot of stuff about how the human body works, and he gives like really great advice on how to deal with things. And one of the big things he talks about, let me take this off real fast. One of the big things he talks about is if you get headaches, 90% of the time it's because of your gallbladder. And you probably ate like too many fats, too many carbs, and it's putting a strain on your gallbladder and your liver. So he says, like the gallbladder's right here under your right rib cage. And so he says when you get a headache, just like massage that area for a minute. And then you get like the gallbladder makes bile, and the bile ducts, they get a little gunky, and sometimes like it doesn't flow, and the bile that's what goes in the liver and I think your stomach, I'm not really sure, and it like helps digest things. So what you want to do is kind of like, stimulate it, like get it going again, get that bile flowing. And it's really helpful. Get back to the thing. And yeah, it really like, it'll make your headache. My headache feels so much better already. I should keep going. But then another thing too is I don't drink enough water a lot of times. And so that's something that I've noticed is that I'll just chug the water. And then it almost kind of hurts to swallow it sometimes. And then a minute later, I'll get like a good burp. I'll be like, burp. And when you're burping like that, That's from your gallbladder working, and it's like releasing bile, and then it makes you burp. So that's like a sign that whatever you're doing is actually working. Oh shoot! Oh, I go to the chiropractor tomorrow. I almost forgot. I'm like, oh no, like, did I forget to go to the chiropractor? Drink some water. Yeah, I should check for high blood pressure. You're right. Usually my blood pressure is low though. I'm just like one of those people with naturally low blood pressure. Not really low, like usually it's like about what it should be. Like one of the numbers is like perfect and then the other number is low. I forget which one. No, Dr. Eric Berg, I don't believe he's a chiropractor. I think he's like a real doctor. Do I check? Well, it's got a little spigot on it. And I just, I fill my water container like this. Oh my gosh, did you guys see that new Sony camera that came out? The A7S III that like people have been waiting for like 3 years now. We finally released the new A7 III. The A7S II, it's a low megapixel camera, 12 megapixel, but it's for a good reason. It's really great for low light. And when you're shooting video, you want a camera that's really great with low light. I mean, unless you're out at, places where there's too much light, then it's unnecessary. Then all you need is a GoPro. GoPro is the perfect camera when there's too much light because there's not a lot of space for the light to get into the sensor. The A7 III, because it's 12 megapixel, it has big pixels, right? So each pixel can take in the maximum amount of light. And this thing is incredible. Like the images that you can get in the dark, it's just crazy. Like I wish I could afford one. The camera body itself, and the reason, like I probably could go out and buy this camera, make payments on it, whatever. But the reason why I don't want a $3,500 camera body, well, second of all, like first of all, I don't know, something of all, the lenses are like a couple grand plus each. So it doesn't stop at the $3,500 camera body. But also, when you have a camera that's worth that much money, it just adds stress to your life. God forbid you drop it or somebody steals it or anything bad happens to it. I have a habit of leaving my cameras places. Like I'll just like leave it sitting there and be like, oh shoot, like I left the GoPro suction cup to the window of my plane that I was, I don't know if you saw my video from like forever ago where I went to Houston for my uncle's funeral. He was a master diver in the Navy, super cool guy, and he passed away, so I made a video and I suction cupped the thing and I left it. When we got back to LA, I left it suction cupped to the window. Like it was so dumb. Like I can't believe I did that. But my mom was using a wheelchair because at the time she was having a real hard time walking. And the guy, like they have these people that push you out, and my mom gave him a big tip. And then I asked him like, hey, like I left my GoPro on the plane, like, because how you can't get back, like once you leave the terminal you can't get back in unless you have a ticket. So I asked him if he would go check, and he did. And then I doubled his tip. He ended up getting like a $40 tip. But hey, it's a $400 camera, so. But how lucky was that he was able to just go grab it, bring him out. The cause of my back pain, well, I believe it's a combination of things. I was basically like the way I was brought up, like I was put under a lot of stress. So I hold a lot of tension in my body, but also I was attacked in 1999, viciously attacked. Like it was really bad. Wish I had that on video. And I've never been the same since. I was kicked, I was punched, somebody broke my nose, I was kicked a bunch of times, I was kicked to the body, to the point where I went unconscious, and when I came to, I was 50 feet away from where I was standing on my neighbor's lawn, so with blood everywhere. So, and I believe I was kicked in the back. I was just kicked like all over the body, and I think that's what really screwed me up. It caused me to have an ingroinal hernia. I actually, the first kick before I went unconscious, I felt the tear happen in my groin. It was just this rip in my groin. Like, hard to even explain. Like, not something you. The last thing you want to feel is like your muscles or tendons just tearing. It was really bad. So, and then just to continue that story just for a second. When I went to court the first time, the guy was there. It was very scary. Nobody went to court with me. I was very scared. And then the second time that I went to court, because you know how they keep like making you come back to court, they keep like postponing it and stuff. The second time I came back to court, the guy who did it wasn't there, and they put a bench warrant out for his arrest. And he was a Canadian citizen, so I believe he just went back to Canada, or who knows where he went. But they never did find him. They said that I would be called back to court when they brought him in. They never did find him, and so that was it, you know. And I've paid thousands of dollars. Like, that's why I ended up using ketamine. Like, that's the beginning of the story of me using ketamine. Why I was in so much pain, and why I had to do something so drastic to get out of that pain. But thank God. And that's I've always been a very open-minded person, like really open to possibilities, and I really recommend that for anyone. Like, open up your mind. Don't judge things that you don't know about, and really, like, if you're willing to put yourself out there and take a risk, you'd be surprised what you'll find. I was in terrible pain. Like, it really affected my daily life. I would go, like, I always thought, like, you need to go out and have friends and party and have a good time with friends. Like, that's an important part of life. But I gotta be honest, like, I all the efforts that I made to, like, go out with friends and try to have a good time, like, so many times I would have a friend come up to me and be like, "Are you okay?" And it's because my back was hurting in such a way, and I believe the hernia was a big part of why my back was hurting. It even affected my bowels. Like, it was hard to squeeze one out. I couldn't pee when there was a lot of people around, like in a public bathroom, because of my back pain would make me so tight that I couldn't even release my bladder. Like, just all these like terrible things. And I'd be in the middle, everybody's having a good time, and somebody would ask me, like, "Are you okay? Like, well, are you having a good time?" Like, and it's like, no, I am. Like, I'm doing the best that I can here, like, I'm just in pain. And that's probably the most messed up thing about being in a situation like I was in, and still am in a ways. Like, even though I'm doing really good now, I'm still not perfect. Like, I really have to limit myself. Like, my body has limitations that a lot of my friends don't have these limitations. Like, they can just go and go and go. And, like, for me, if I go without sleep, I do different things, suddenly I can end up in a lot of pain again. So I really need to, like, take the time to relax. Don't put too much pressure on myself, which I tend to do. Hey, Heather. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff. Positivity is a big thing for me, like, a huge thing. I never really understood the idea of, like, having a positive frame of mind until I was in college and I was taking English 101. I believe it was 101. I took 102 and 101, I believe. So I had this I had so many cool teachers and professors over my education. So I had this one really young. I remember him being like a really young guy at COC, English 101 teacher. and we wrote we had to read. We would read like a short story, and then we would have to write something on it. And so this thing was about positivity and being positive. And it's amazing to me that at 20 years old, that was my first time really wrapping my mind around the idea of doing away with the negative thoughts and focusing on the positive, and really like taking control over what you're thinking about, because you do have control. Of course, like, you know, sometimes things happen, like traumatizing things, but even the trauma, like if you really work at it, you can get away from those negative thoughts and really like change your frame, your framing on different things, and it'll change your life. Like, you'll end up with better jobs, better relationships for it, and until you really like stop and try to think about that and think like that you really do have control over what you think about, it can make a big change. Yeah, Sean, dude, how'd you know? Okay, so I don't really do the one meal a thing. I do intermittent fasting. What I try to do is I try to go 14 hours without eating, if not more. Because after 14 hours, and Dr. Eric Berg talks about this, after 14 hours, something changes in your mitochondria. And that's the whole basis of keto and why you want to do keto. And a lot of people, just to clarify, like I've heard people say like, oh, keto, it's like you're eating nothing but animals. No, you can actually do vegetarian keto. You just got to eat a lot of things like coconut oil and avocados, because most of what you're eating is fats. And you, in order to keep your diet high in fat, it doesn't have to be animal fat. And to be honest, you know, really what you want to do is clean keto. And clean keto is not eating a lot of animal fats. So the crazy thing, as far as the fasting goes, is when your body is running on ketones instead of carbs, you don't get hungry. You don't have this like, oh my gosh, like I need to eat. Carbs have these crazy like addicting properties of where you get these cravings. Ketones don't do that. So when you do go full keto and your body's running on fats instead of carbs, it's you get that cloud leaves your head. You don't get that like cloudiness. You feel like you have more energy, and you don't get hungry. I know it sounds crazy, but you can go, like when you finally do get hungry and you're just like, oh my gosh, like I need to eat, like it could be hours. Whereas I think most people, like they might say, oh, the most I can go is like 6, maybe 8 hours before like I have to eat. When you're full keto, you can go so long without eating. It's really insane. Like the one meal a day thing, just eating every 24 hours is totally possible, and you feel good. Like you're not like dying of hunger. It's a weird, I know it sounds crazy, but I've done it. You know, I did it because the doctor said that, because you know how I win the Chick-fil-A thing, like twice I've gotten free Chick-fil-A for a year. So after my first time, I ate Chick-fil-A like every week for a year. And then the doctor's like, oh, you have high LDL cholesterol, like you need to do something about this. So I switched to a keto diet. I lost 20 pounds. Look at my early videos from a couple years ago. I was 20 pounds heavier. It's crazy. But, yeah. You know, my headache, I remember I was massaging, like Dr. Eric Berg says to do. My headache is all but gone. Like, I feel so much better. Like, I think that actually really did do something. And then drinking the water, of course, because if you're too dehydrated, the bile is just going to be even gunkier. So you drink the water, thin out when you drink water, it thins out everything. It thins out your blood. It thins out the bile, thins out your lymph fluid. Like everything just in your body works better when you're hydrated. So drinking water is huge, guys. And for anybody that has a risk of heart attack, this is another thing I learned about health. Most people have heart attacks between 6 a.m. and noon, because that part of the day is when your body is the most dehydrated because you were asleep all night, and most people don't drink fluids when they're asleep. So it's very important when you wake up in the morning to really get down as much water as you can handle. Like maybe 2, 3, or 4 big glasses of water like this when you wake up in the morning. You will be so much better for it. It'll change your life. It's hard for me to do because I don't particularly like drinking water, but I can force it down. And when I do make that effort to force down a ton of water, I feel so much better. Like at first I'm like, oh, I feel full. But then once it all absorbs into my body, like I'm doing good. And it actually helps, with the morning constitution. It just slides right out. Oh yes, no problem, Mr. DSN. I went to COC. I went to Mission College. I tried out all the colleges, right? I'm trying to think, am I even getting them all? Oh, I went to Pierce College. And I went to Cal State Northridge. CSUN. Who got hacked this weekend. I read an article. Yo, X Pizza Place 100. Okay, now I'm getting hungry. So I think the reason why I got this gnarly headache, because I'm not keto anymore. And what I had for dinner last night was potato wedges and fried chicken from Chi Chi's Pizza, which is amazing. Like so good. So I really ate way too much fried foods, and it's all I ate was fried foods. And I did have some salad, but the salad had salami, pepperoni, and mozzarella cheese on it. So I just really overdid the fats and carbs, and I ended up with maybe the worst headache I've ever had in my life. So make a note. Don't eat like that ever again. Oh, thanks, Sean. Yeah, really important. I mean, like imagine dying because you didn't drink water when you woke up in the morning and you had a heart attack. Like, how much would that suck? Like, it's kind of crazy when you really study these things and try to figure stuff out. It's really crazy to think, like, wow, like, there's so many people that probably died from stuff like this, and it's totally preventable, as simple as just drinking water, something that we all have access to. It's really crazy. Howlin' Ray's chicken. What do you mean Howling Howie? Howling Howie's? I've had Howlin' Ray's, the best chicken. Better than Hattie B's, I've heard. Better than anything. I saw it last night. I'm thinking maybe add more wheels. Sorry, working on a project. Sean, the Uber Don? No, that's not that Sean. Oh, my dad just texted me. It's time to go to dinner. Dude, 104 degrees outside, it says on my thermometer. Yeah, Howlin' Ray's, is that? Yeah. Dude, I've been there many, many times. So right now they're delivering on Postmates. You can't, because, everything, the virus. You can't go on to Postmates. I mean, you can go on Postmates. You can't go in line. Normally they have a 2-hour line there. So it's too crazy. Like, that would be not good. Like, they'll get shut down by the city. They're right down from City Hall. So they're going to get shut down by the city if they try to have a line. Because it's just, And plus, if they space out their line with 6 feet in between everybody, their line's going to go all the way to City Hall. So they're doing it on Postmates only, which is actually kind of cool. Hopefully they keep doing it like that, because who wants to wait in line anyway, right? Like, I would rather just order it on Postmates, because when they first give it to you, it's too hot to eat. Anyways, it is so hot and fresh. So if it takes 20 minutes for them to get it to you, you're better off. Like, at that point, it's going to cool down a little bit, and it'll be way more like manageable. You won't be like burning your mouth. The only thing that I would regret is not having the fries fresh. I want the fries to be as fresh as possible. I think if I ordered it on Postmates, I wouldn't even get fries. Actually, pro tip on Howlin' Ray's, if you guys ever go there, eat inside, don't eat outside. Get a spot inside. I know it looks like it might be impossible, but somebody's going to leave, you're going to get a spot. They're super cool in there. It is such an amazing environment. Everybody is so... They're open to cameras too. Like, take all the pictures and video you want. They're totally cool with that. And they're going to give you free fries. They're going to give you... They make like custom things that aren't even on the menu and give it away for free. If you eat inside, especially at the counter, they are going to give you free stuff. So don't tell them that I told everybody about that, because that's like a top secret thing. And yes, eat inside. They're going to give you free fries at least. At the very least, you're going to get free fries. I even got a free t-shirt once. Because I didn't complain, but I was like, I was really more like a proud thing. I was like, I waited over 3 hours in the line because it was right before Christmas, so they were crazy busy. And so I told the guy at the door, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy. Like, the line was 3 hours. I'm so stoked, or so psyched. And he's like, oh, hold on. I'm going to get you something special. And he leaves, and he goes to like another part of the building that they have another shop at. And he comes back with a Howlin' Ray's t-shirt. Let me show it to you. Dude, I've never seen anybody that has this shirt. Have you seen this brand too? This is like a brand in like West Hollywood. It has the thing right here, a chicken breast, and then on the back it has this. Pretty cool, huh? So yeah, so my dad wants to get food. It's almost 6 o'clock, so I think it's time to end this stream. So, anything you guys... Anything? And then, another reminder to... Oh, thanks, TT. Dude, I want to do a cooking segment. Dude, I really should do a cooking segment, because I like, part of the reason why I don't really cook that much is because I really go all out. Like, I spend way too much time when I try to cook myself stuff. I should really do a cooking. That would actually kind of be fun to do live, but no, but I should do some sort of cooking thing. I saw a review on YouTube and thought about you. It looked really good, but I thought the toilet paper thing was weird. What toilet paper thing? Yeah, tagless shirts are dope, right? Yeah, there's no tag. You know, I really want to do a t-shirt for you guys, like, and I probably shouldn't even say this because... But you know how, like, YouTubers, they sell their shirts for, like, $40, $35, $40? Like, this is a really nice t-shirt. Like, I like nice shirts, right? And so I'm thinking, like, I don't want... Like, I want my stuff out there. Like, I want you guys to actually, like, buy it and enjoy it. So I'm thinking about doing my own shipping instead of drop shipping for merch ideas. And, like, I would like... to make a t-shirt. There's a lot of different merch ideas that I have, but I would like to make a t-shirt, and I don't want it to be $40. Like, I'm thinking like $20. So You know, I mean, it would be so sweet if I could just do $20, get them out there. You know, if I could even get the price lower than that, like I want it to be as low as possible, because I mean, especially on this channel, like there's a lot of Uber drivers, you know, and like especially the times right now, like people can't afford to buy junk. Not that my t-shirts will be junk, but like I want to make things accessible for you guys, you know, like I'm not trying to like get rich. Like it's not like if I make t-shirts to provide to my audience, I don't want it to be to enrich myself, you know, like I hate it when people say, you know, I want to do it so that you guys will wear the t-shirts and you know, show off, that's a terrible choice of words, but like, you know, I want you guys to be like proud to wear the t-shirt and be like, oh yeah, this guy's cool, it's a cool channel, you should check it out. You know, I'd like to make a t-shirt where when you do wear the t-shirt, people point it out and they're like, yo, that's a cool shirt, you know, and then you're like, oh yeah, this is you know, this is Dave, whatever. Thanks, Retro. They gave a guy a Howlin' Ray's roll of toilet paper with his order. That's so funny. So it was checkered like that, I would imagine, right? That's cool. I wouldn't even want, like, I'm good with white toilet paper. I don't want like dye in my toilet paper. I'd rather it just be bleached. Oh, shoot. All right, so where was I? So it's time to go. My dad wants to eat. Please, it's my birthday, August 22nd. I don't want you to spend any money on me, guys. You don't need to send me super chats. None of that. It's not what I'm about. It's not why I'm on here. But I am starting a new channel. It's called No Limit Van Life. There's a link down below in the description. My headache completely went away. How crazy is that? And I would like for you guys to please subscribe to that channel. It's the first thing in the description. Click the link. I believe that's my video, my first video. Check it out. Introduction to No Limit Van Life. No sacrifices. I'm not making any sacrifices with this van build. I'm gonna have a shower. I'm gonna come out of the ocean after surfing, and I'll make videos of that. And I'm gonna jump in my hot shower, because you know the ocean here is so cold. It's gonna be nice. So please subscribe to that channel. I think I already have like 80, 90 subscribers already, and it hasn't even been that long. So I think I posted on Friday. It's only been a day. 2 days. So yeah, let's get this done. Let's get this channel. Share it. If you guys could, like, I know this is a lot to ask, but if you guys can share the new channel, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, maybe, I don't know. How do you share on Instagram? That would be like amazing if you guys could do that for my birthday. And then me, I don't know, I'll work on like some kind of shirt design, because I want to hook you guys up. I want to do merch. And yeah, so I'm here every Sunday 5 p.m. and No Limit Van channel. I'm trying not to overwhelm myself. I decided I like posting on Fridays. So on my No Limit Van channel, I'm going to post every Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific. That's my goal. I'm going to try to stick to it, because I've noticed that some channels that post once a week, they grow really good. Like, they get big. So instead of posting every day, I'm going to try to make that channel like a little more quality. I'm going to do my best. But for now, I'm going to go eat dinner with my mom, my dad. And thanks for coming on here and watching, guys. Good night, Mr. DSN. Good night, Sean. Oh, it had the logo on every square. That's cool. Oh, dude, Dark Road Ren has a shirt? He never told me. Alright, guys. Later, Retro. Alright, guys. I'll see ya. Thanks for coming on. It's time to end this thing. I always forget how to do this.